Hey guys, students had some questions about apprenticeship, and I'm trying to explain how things flow inside my business. And I expect that there's going to be some confusion. I'll just have to do a video like this to be able to explain it. Apprenticeship primarily has two forms: in person and online. The in person version is 3 hours each month, it's slightly higher fee. The online version is $325 a month, and some students are splitting it. So instead of working on one therapist, I'm working with two. They're working on each other, and we're communicating using essentially the same kind of software structure that I'm using now to communicate with you inside Zoom. It means that we get inside Zoom, you're playing it on a laptop, you're watching me, responding to me, talking to me. Usually, students have a phone that they're using as a camera, and then it's picking up their audio signal. They're just watching me on a larger screen on a laptop, but it means that we're working interactively live. What happens with that is I'm recording that from four camera angles, and I'm going to go inside my dashboard to show you what the apprenticeship looks like. Okay. This is my subscribers vault, if you want to call it that, or at least this is one of the courses on Teachable for this particular season of apprenticeship. When I went through this, what I'm doing is I take the recordings that I've done with Jessica Thomas, I take the recordings that I've done with Julia Townsend, I take the recordings that I've done with Kim Stuckenschneider. What I'm doing is putting these inside, and let me see if I can. I found one with Michelle Ratz McGuire that I wanted to show. I'm going to go ahead and click on that, and you'll see that it goes into this particular training from this particular month with Michelle Ratz McGuire. This is simply a recording of what was done live. So the videos are hosted on YouTube just for ease of access. But I've got the Zoom feed right here, and I've got my feed there. I'm going to flip very quickly into the YouTube feed so you can see this. It's not going to pull up any audio from me talking and showing this, but this was a class where I was going over suspension using a foam roll in the pecs with my great friend there. And what we were able to do is go ahead and teach interactively one on one live. This is not done after the fact. There's almost no post production. When I'm pressing buttons there and flipping camera angles, is just to make sure that she can see what I'm doing in that case. And when I'm working on Joe there, I have different people come in as models. Some students do various things with the training. Some get a second person, meaning they get a second massage therapist to come in and train with them. Some are finding a problem client, bringing that person in to learn how to work on shoulder pain or whatever the issue is. I understand there's confusion about what I'm doing, but for our focus, because this video is on social media, this is being recorded now. I want you to understand that I'm interacting with you live. There are no boundaries, there's no barriers, there's no geographic limitation other than your internet access. If you can get a Zoom feed into your home, you can study with me live one on one. You ask, I answer. Table, mat, suspension, self care, anything that you're interested in studying, it's absolutely and totally on board. I just continue to offer students new options, and frankly, using the software to be able to give them things is something that I enjoy. Let me see if I can go back real quick. So that was Michelle Ratz McGuire. I want to see if there's something else specifically interesting that I might want to show. Here's something I did with Meg Olson. Let's see this real quick. And I'm actually going to go into here. I want to be able to show the table work. And because this is on YouTube, I'm going to scroll over, and I think I can make this just full screen. There we go. Or actually, one second. Let me pause this. Let me watch on YouTube. That'll make it a little bit easier. And it's just because of the screen settings I've got. So this is me working with Meg Olson inside of Zoom. This is what the dual screen looks like. So I've just got my feed and her feed side by side. And do you see how we're communicating with each other as we go? I'm showing a technique, working with her. We're able to move around, change position, and in my feed, I'm changing camera angles live. So I can flip from camera angle to camera angle to be able to show what I think is necessary based on what we're doing for the training that day. The reason I focus on that is I just want you to understand that it's interactive. I want you to understand that I'm just putting the stuff together to train you. There is no geographic border. If you're in Tibet and you're on a fucking mountaintop and you got good internet access, I can train you. There are no geographic limitations. There's no location limitations. And here's the Venn diagram that I've been playing with. Essentially, in my head, there's time, money, and location. If I have to be in a certain place at a certain time, at a certain location, the fee is higher. Now, if I don't have to be in a certain place, but I have to be there at a certain time, the fee is kind of in the middle. If you can just watch recordings and watch other people learn, which is basically what my subscription service is, there's over 1,000 hours of me teaching. You're not requiring me to be in a certain place at a certain time, the fee is the lowest. If you're interested in apprenticeship, please contact me. I just wanted to give you an idea of what those recordings looked like, but I'm interacting with you live each month for 2 hours. The fee is $325 a month. If you want to split it with a therapist, I do not care. In my experience, I've had students want to split it amongst 6 or 7 students. They try to pile into a classroom. I'm not saying no, but in my experience, you start to lose focus because people want to go like different directions. It works a little bit better if I just have 2, especially for the online version. There is an in-person version of the apprenticeship. You just come into my studio and we train, and I record it from 4 camera angles. It just means that instead of having that feed of me and Zoom, we're just recording with my cameras in studio. You ask, I answer, hands-on instruction. If you're interested in apprenticeship, contact me. Let me know. I'll be happy to work with you. If you have questions, just respond to this video.